Students and parents across Maryland have been on edge, dealing with several threats since the Florida school massacre. There were at least 2 today. WJZ is live. Ava Joy Burnett reports some local officials are now scrambling to find ways to protect students in schools. Ava Joy.
Vic Anne Arundel County Sheriff has a list of changes he thinks are necessary in order to protect students in schools, but some of those suggestions are being criticized. Another day, another tense situation at a Maryland school. Thursday, officials reported that a student had to be removed from the Baltimore School for the Arts after a threat.
People were kind of panicking a little bit because everybody's still a little raw from what happened.
One day earlier in St. Mary's County, officials say they found these weapons after 2 students were heard discussing how to get away with the shooting. A 15 and 16-year-old have been charged with threats of mass violence.
In this case, someone heard something. They said something.
And that's not all. This week, threats came in against 2 Harford County schools. Law enforcement said they were not credible. Automated calls went out to parents. These recent incidents have reignited a conversation about what needs to be done to protect schools. In Anne Arundel County, the sheriff has proposed more school resource officers, cameras, and the controversial solution of metal detectors in every single school.
People have commented to me on Facebook saying, well, you're going to create a prison environment. Absolutely not. I believe they actually have metal detectors at King's Dominion, and no one considers that a prison environment.
School board president Julie Hummer agrees with some of the proposals, but she is against metal detectors.
They're all going to be standing in front of the school in a big bunch at the same hours of the day, every day. So if somebody wants to target students, that would be a perfect time to do it. So are we creating more of a problem than we're solving with that?
With numerous school scares across the state, some nervous parents echo a very common saying.
If you see something, report it. If you're not sure what it was, report it anyway, because silence is sometimes deadly nowadays.
And as we mentioned, there were at least 2 scares against Maryland schools earlier today. One of them was in Anne Arundel County at MacArthur Middle School. Parents woke up this morning to an email saying there was an online threat against the school, but officials went on to say everything was under control. Live tonight, Ava Joy Burnett for WJZ.
Ava Joy, thank you. Sheriff Bateman says new cameras and metal detectors could be paid for with money from the government and the private sector.